I planned a girls' trip for 5 days and 4 nights in Bermuda, and this is everything I spent. I flew from Boston to Bermuda with Bermuda Air for $418. We stayed in an Airbnb and split between three of us. It was $410.03. I got an eSIM for my phone, but I ended up deleting it by accident, so I had to buy two and ended up spending $41.80 for my eSIMs. For food, we ate out every day. I spent $282.25 on all my meals. The food in Bermuda is really expensive, so prepare for a high bill when you go eat. A lot of their stuff they're importing, and they also add like a 17 to 20% service charge on top of things, so be prepared. For excursions, we did a few things. We went to Harbor Nights, which is every Wednesday. They have some food vendors, performances, music, and that was free to go to. Then we went to Crystal Caves. That was $24 per person. It's an underground natural attraction. You learn more about how it was discovered and how they're preserving it, and I would definitely recommend going. For our third excursion, we did a sunset boat tour with Uber Vita. That was $21 per person, and basically you go on a boat with some other people and they ride around the Hamilton Harbor. There's a bar on board and there's a DJ that was playing the tunes. We also played pickleball. It was $30 for the court, but split between my friend and I, it was $15 per person. For transportation, I spent a total of $147.88. I paid $44 for a 3-day bus pass, and then the remaining $103.88 was for Hitch. Hitch is basically their version of Uber, so we used those when we went to dinner or when the buses weren't coming. We were actually in Bermuda during Carnival Week, so we went to one of their events. We went to We Love Dance Hall and paid $75 per person for our tickets. I spent $12 on a souvenir, and for the beach, I spent $82.33 for beach chairs and umbrellas. I went to Tobacco Bay Beach, Clearwater Beach, and Horseshoe Bay Beach, making my portion of the whole trip $1,529.39. I know it doesn't seem like much, but if you're a foodie and you use taxis and stay at a hotel, which I actually would recommend, it's going to add up, so just be prepared for that. Bermuda is a great place to relax, eat, tan, and repeat. It's super safe, so I definitely recommend visiting, and let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments. Bye!
6 things you should know about Bermuda. Okay, let's go. I went to Bermuda a few months ago on a press assignment as I'm a travel writer, and it was one of those places that really exceeded my expectations. People were so friendly and everything was so gorgeous. First thing you should know about Bermuda is that it's not in the Caribbean, contrary to popular belief. It's actually in the North Atlantic, and it's 2.5 hours from New York. Second thing you should know about Bermuda is that it's a tax haven, and this means it is extremely expensive. This bottle of water here in my hotel set me back $9. I know I was in a hotel, but it was 750 mils. Definitely save up if you're planning to come here. The average yearly salary is $90,000. It's also home to the Crystal Caves, which were discovered by accident in 1905 by 2 local boys. They're full of stalagmites and stalactites, which are formed over millions of years. Bermuda is also one of the few places in the world that boasts pink sand beaches. They get their colour from a tiny red organism which is eaten and excreted by fish. Renting normal cars is banned in Bermuda, but you can rent this, which is a Twizy, an electric car which costs around $100 for a day. Famous beaches include this one, which is known as Horseshoe Bay and attracts a lot of tourists throughout the year. But if you're looking for something slightly quieter, you can also check out Cooper's Nature Reserve. Both of these have pink sand beaches. Comes to food, Bermuda doesn't disappoint, and seafood is of course its speciality. Some of the best seafood I ever had in my life was actually at this sushi restaurant called Pearl. It was delicious. And then there's also the famous fish sandwich. It's a Bermudian staple, and it's rockfish served in raisin bread with salad, and it was so tasty. Okay, follow for more solo travel and Bermuda.
And I'm not going if I'm not having a suite at the Satai. I want the $2,500 room, the best room that they have, the couple bedroom suite.
The particular suite that you requested has been booked for a year.
I don't care. They need to get that room. That room needs to magically become available for me because I've asked for it for a month ago.
You're asking all these things, and you have all these requests, and I'm trying to do my best to get done what you really want.
I don't want to stay in a piece of hotel. Like, everything that you booked me in Miami has been the worst hotel.
I'm in Bermuda, and today I'm going to take you with me to everything that I do in Bermuda. I'm on vacation. Today is a unique day. So I'll take you with me. I forgot to record, but I went to the bank and then I went to a cafe, and now I'll be taking the bus to go to my favorite sandwich place. They're so sweet because yesterday they let me have a sandwich for free because I didn't have cash. So today I'm going back to pay for my sandwich yesterday and to get another one today. So the person who helped me yesterday is not here, and I told her sister that yesterday she helped me out. I'm so grateful. I am back. So technically I'm paying for 3 sandwiches today. 2 from yesterday and 1 from today. Alright, I just got dropped off, got my sandwich, and guess where I am? Yep, the beach. This is my second beach in Bermuda and experiencing it. I absolutely loved it. Changed into what I like to wear when I swim. I don't know if I'll swim today, but I really love it. I'll show you a little bit of the beach as well. I'm leaving now to go have dinner. I am going to a place that I've been wanting to try. I try to milk as much time as I could at the beach. I love it so much. It brings me so much joy. But yeah, we gotta go.
If you're a solo traveler looking for the best island to visit, I highly recommend visiting Bermuda. Now, the best time to visit Bermuda, in my opinion, is definitely June through August. This is when most of the festivities are happening in the island. While Bermuda can be pricey, it's one of the safest islands for solo travelers. The first place you absolutely have to visit is the beach. This is the world famous Horseshoe Bay Beach. I mean, it's been everywhere in all of the magazines, y'all, and it lives up to the hype. There's so much fun, so much to do here. The sand is beautiful and so is the water. They even serve alcohol here all day long, so it's definitely a good time. Number 2 is definitely the cricket game. So this is during cut match weekend, the first weekend in August, and Bermudians are just so fun to party with, and they're very welcoming people. During the cut match holiday, you're also going to see people camping on the side of the road. This is totally normal, guys. It's actually a tradition for people to come out of their houses and sleep on the side of the road to party all night long. Follow me for more travel content. One thing about me, when I travel, your girl's gonna explore. So come with me as I take the public transportation system while visiting the island of Bermuda. Now, I'll be honest with y'all, I am not too big on public transportation, but I heard really good things about the bus system here in Bermuda, so I said, let me give it a try. So I started off at the main bus terminal in Hamilton and needed about $3.50 to get to where I was going. Now, I was pleasantly surprised when I got on this bus, y'all. It was fully AC'd and very clean in the inside, and everyone was very pleasant. Honestly, I've been on a lot of public buses in other foreign countries, and none of them were this nice. The most important thing though is that you have exact change when getting on these buses. The bus dropped me off right to my destination, and you guys, look at this beautiful cove I found. This is Jobson's Cove, and when I tell you this place was breathtaking, crystal clear water, and of course the pink Bermuda sand, I just couldn't get enough. I stayed here for hours. I mean, I had so much fun here. I even encountered my first parrotfish here, which was terrifying yet so beautiful. But honestly, I give Bermuda's bus system a 9 out of 10 because they had bus stations everywhere, so you can really hop on at any point. So let me know in the comments, would you guys ever try public transportation while visiting a new country? If Bermuda isn't on your 2026 bucket list, consider this your sign to add it and save this video for later. Since my last post, I've gained so many new followers, so I figured it was the perfect time to reintroduce myself. Hey, I'm Isis, a 27-year-old entrepreneur, island girl, and solo traveler who's passionate about exploring the world. I started this page to share my authentic travel experiences while inspiring others to travel freely, explore new destinations, and truly immerse themselves in different cultures. I was born in Bermuda and moved to the States as a child, but my home island still holds such a special place in my heart because honestly, there's no place like home. Bermuda is one of the most underrated islands to visit, and in the next few videos, I'll be starting a series showing you the beauty, culture, and breathtaking views it has to offer. So if your vibe is crystal clear beaches, rich island culture, and unforgettable Caribbean cuisine, Follow along as this series takes you beyond the postcards into the real beauty of Bermuda, the places I grew up loving, and the island experiences that truly make this little island in the Atlantic one of a kind.
Come spend day 3 with me on my cruise to Bermuda on the Norwegian Cruise Line. So day 3 is the day that we arrived in Bermuda. I woke up pretty early this morning because I could not wait to get off of that ship. So the first thing I did was go outside and look at the island. Instead of getting ready to go on the island, I started brushing my teeth because I can't be in Bermuda smelling like Baltimore breath like that. Then I washed my face and of course breakfast. Time to eat. After we finished breakfast, we went and got off the boat. There was transportation outside of the boat to take us around the cruise ported at. The first place we went to was the Clock Tower Mall. I didn't end up getting anything because my souvenir was these pictures. I took a lot of pictures. Then we got back onto the train, where the train ended up taking us to the Snorkel Park Beach. It was $20 per person to get into this beach. There was a live DJ there. They also had the bar there. But I mainly came just to see this view of this water. Like, just look at the turquoise colors in the water. And me, of course. But yeah, after all that, I had to take a nap, y'all. I was tired. Then we had dinner. The lobster was not good. That cheesecake was amazing. Now it was time to go to sleep. Stay tuned for part 4 and day 2 of being in Bermuda.
Here are a few things that I didn't really hear people mention to help navigate their stay in Bermuda. Starting off with the app Hitch. Hitch is Bermuda's version of Uber. You just put in your debit or credit card information, where you're headed to, and then you're good to go, just like Uber. I would say that the taxi gets to your location pretty fast, so you don't have to feel stranded during a night out. Next is another app called Sargasso Sea. This is an app where you can order takeout, clothes, groceries, etc. for delivery or for pickup. This is basically Bermuda's version of Uber Eats or DoorDash. If you're traveling during wintry months, I highly suggest that you pack like a sweater, a pants, a sweatpants, or like a light jacket because it does get chilly, especially at night. When it comes to navigating your way around the island, just use Google Maps, whether that's for the bus schedule, while you're on the bus, for walking, for driving. It helped a lot. As far as bus passes, we didn't purchase them ahead of time. So in our case, we stayed at the hotel. So we pretty much just went to the front desk, told them that we wanted to take the bus, told them where we were going, if it was round trip, and they gave us coins for the bus. We had the option to charge it to our room or pay right in that moment. I did notice, however, as people were getting on the bus, that some people had the pass on their phone, so that is another option as well. Depending on where you're traveling from or your travel status, you don't need a visa, but I would double check on the immigration site. Coming off the flight, well, I'm pretty sure that they gave this during the flight, but we were definitely sleeping. But coming off the flight, you have to fill out a pink slip. It's like an immigration paper. And it pretty much just asks you how many nights you're staying for, or days you're staying for, where you're staying, and all that jazz. It's really simple. You don't need to exchange money. You can use USD, but you will be getting change back in BMD. We went to a spot called Front Yard. It is an outdoor bar, and it turns into a party scene at night. It's really good vibe. We didn't get a chance to check out Evolve because they were under construction, so maybe next time. And that entire area where the bar is, the Front Yard and Evolve, like that entire strip seems to be where all the main restaurants are, the stores, like that just seems to be the main area. Some funs to know. I would say that Bermudians play Jamaican music about 70 to 80% of the time. And that might even be a low percentage. Bermudians have full-blown UK accents, and they are not considered the Caribbean. They are an island, but they are not considered the Caribbean. I was just like, how is that even possible? But yes, they're not considered the Caribbean. Some things that people did mention, but it's worth mentioning again, is that it is a 2-hour flight from New York and Boston. And everything is on the pricey side, like literally everything. And the hotels get even pricier during high season, and we went during slow season. So save, like, share for your next Bermuda trip.
So this is such a good point. A lot of people don't realize that while Bermuda has a strong Caribbean heritage, it's actually not located in the Caribbean. It's actually located in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, very far from the Caribbean, which is why it has such a subtropical climate during the winter months. So I'm going to put you guys on to the best months that I recommend to visit so that you still get that warm island feel. So the best months to visit would be May through October, in my personal opinion. Now in May, this is what kicks off the tourist season, and for me, the water was still a little bit too cold to get in, but it didn't stop a lot of people. As you can see, this was still a great time to swim. Now, this is the kickstart of summer for most Bermudians because this is 24th of May. This is when I came. This is when we celebrate our heritage, our cultural day. So as you guys can see, it's a huge parade and it goes on all weekend. Now, August for me is the second best time to go because honestly, y'all, it is such a ball. This is the emancipation of Bermuda. So it is a 3-day holiday, guys, and they do not play. This is Cut Match, and Cut Match is just a ball. Like, you just have to be there to get it. It's people on the water having a good time. We do raft ups, boat parties. It's just nonstop partying and fun all weekend long. And then you got the Bacchanal Run, which really brings that Caribbean flavor. You know, if you like to dance, if you like to do a little soca, this is definitely the vibe for that. But let me know if you guys would visit Bermuda during these months. I also came in October, which I really love the weather here during this time. For me, this is when the water was absolutely at its peak crystal clear, because if you know, you know, Bermuda has beautiful water. So let me know in the comments if you plan to visit Bermuda and what months would you visit.